Alrighty then. Sorry. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV Online, where last time the leopards are being suspicious. Gosh darn it, bunnies. What are you trying to do? They're trying to split J from the rest of the group. But we're pretty much going along with it for now until they finally pisses off enough, pretty much. But Growing Way did say that he will show us to the archives so that we can see if we can get some more information about the final days. So, yeah, let's get right into it. What other knowledge do you suppose we could glean from their archives? The architecture of this place is impressive, though more than a little confusing to navigate. Is it too much to ask for clearly marked exits? Or a map, perhaps? The archives are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll just have to go and find whoever has the key. Growing Way, enough. If you have naught else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourself not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon was to be a perfect paradise for the people of Ethris, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we had to offer, but you've found nothing but faults and flaws in our works. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. So that's the Living Ways game. Run us around in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Urion J. He understands what is at stake, what must be done. I fear you've misjudged us, Growing Way. Never have we decried the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Ethris and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plan. But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Ethris will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let us reconvene with Argos, where Argos waits outside. Hey, so you're gonna leave these ones to me? Alright, okay, fine.
You won't escape! Seize him! Surrender!
Blarg! Oh, that hurts. We need reinforcements.
Strong!
Arrgh.
He's too powerful!
Growing Way returns to Steppy. Please come quietly. I refuse, Growing Way. Yes, is indeed still haunted and saunted. Get out of here, bunnies. We have to save them. And also, can I get my glamour now, or are we in a place where we can't? Okay, good. How you doing, Lucian? August, buddy, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. We're no longer welcome. There you are. Didn't rough them up too badly, did you? I mean... Good, you're here. We must hurry to Watcher's Palace and find Urianger.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Aetheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Hey, Vanilla.
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loporrits were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly. To serve and serve well. That goes for all of us. Don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men, and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Puddingway.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure. But one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And living way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What does it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but...
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee. Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order.
Aww.
Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Oh, the flower. That flower, how cometh into your possession? The Watcher? How very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions. Intentions which remain a mystery even to us. Okay. In our time we called it Elpis. Elpis? You would do well to remember the name. Elpis. Like help us.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Atheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Agreed. The Charlayan Forum, yes?
Okay. Like we thought.
What? How did you know?
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans. But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
It's time to talk to Papa Levieux again. There is little I can do to help stop the final days, but should you need to know of star traversal, look no further. Such knowledge I can offer in abundance, so do not hesitate if you find yourself wanting. Well, that was all rather embarrassing, wasn't it? At least we're all on the same page now. People and Atheris. We'll save both. At least give it a good try. You Loporrits sure are an excitable bunch. Tell Growingway I look forward to our next walk together. I will. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear it. Make sure everyone listens to Urianger, would you? Oh, we'll be all ears, and you know we can be. You Loporrits sure are an excitable bunch. Well, it's not as if we've been waiting 12,000 years to meet the people of Atheris. Oh wait, we have! But that's neither here nor there. Under Uriange's tutelage, we'll strive to become more hospitable hosts and see that the moon is fully equipped to meet the needs of its potential passengers. Nice to meet you. Name's Puddingway. Sorry again for all the trouble. We promise we'll do better. Honest. The others will be so happy to hear Uriange is going to stay and teach us all about Ethris. We'll have to be careful not to get too distracted by his lessons. There's still maintenance to carry out, after all. The Loprits think so highly of the people of Ethris, yet it seems their evacuation plan is the only way they know to express their adoration. If we had been more clear in our intentions from the start, mayhap we could have avoided this wrinkle. Something to keep in mind in the future. A declaration of hopes and aspirations. I hadn't thought of it that way before. The Loprits may be in good hands now, but that doesn't change the fact that their plan is a last resort I'd rather not employ. Let's see it doesn't come to that, for the first and all the other reflections. I chanced to spy you crossing the chasm, and I feared something was amiss. But all is well, and more importantly, I've been given the opportunity to behold a wonderful sight. Keep the elk this close, and its light will be your guide. 'Twas a relief to see Livingway was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well. Though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without pain. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, in all our fellow scions. When next I return to Ethris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. Freebird! Excursion on the moon concluded, Y'shtola is keen to return to Ethris. With the Loprits in Uriange's capable hands, we needn't worry about affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the face of this earthly collaborators, there's much to discuss with Alphino and the others. Let us return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. Hooray! I've forgotten how cold it was here in Garlemald, a testament to the Loprits' ingenuity that I felt no such discomfort on the moon. Gods, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. But we'll have time to reflect on that later. Right now we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I'd like very much to know how everyone is getting on here as well. They'd only just begun to treat the tempered prisoners when we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. Speak not only of the contingent, of course, the heads of state of every nation must know what we've learned. We know not when or where or in what manner the final days will begin to manifest, so we must see that everyone is prepared. I agree, though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into a panic. Not that anyone in a position of responsibility should need to be told as much, but it bears repeating. Anyway, first thing first, to Camp Broken Glass. Let us go! It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope. We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. But before we do, might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the Tempered inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but combined with those who were already in our custody, the number requiring care has grown exponentially. The inclement conditions here have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, so we have petitioned the aid of the allied nations. Some are, understandably, hesitant to offer assistance, particularly those that were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavored to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their tempering. Will all the tempered be relocated? No. Not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers have volunteered to remain until their patients have recovered. Jules is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it was a miracle he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alizé's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be here with us today. Good. In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Given the tremendous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep a close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower has vanished. For a mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as that you experienced in Thavnair. Those who were trapped within them have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To hasten this endeavor, the Beast Tribes have received instructions in the magics needed to cure tempering. Master Matoya is no doubt thrilled the Mother Porksy affords her so many visitors. Yes, we are grateful for her ongoing efforts, as well as those of our comrades near and far. As for the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of Tempered has been completed. Lucy and I will remain, along with a small force, to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe that accounts for recent events here, so what of the moon and the Telophoroi? The final days. Gods, I prayed your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There's still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Yes, of course. I'll send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow scions from their present duties, that they may return to Charlian. Your energies are better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow scions, you'll be happy to hear that Mistress Cryo, though still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldessian Annex and given into Tataru's care. Thank you. I look forward to seeing them both upon our return. Let us be on our way, then. One last thing, if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiac, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood, he has returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe there is merit in doing so. If they found him, they would not likely live to tell the tale. I suppose you're right. To dispatch good soldiers in pursuit of such a beast will be to send them to their deaths. Pray forgot I entertained the notion. On the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects, and its continued use serves only to hinder relations with foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared as Xenos Viator Galvus, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. Van Daniel is no more, and now his own people turn against him. It seems he's not but his bloodlust keep him company. Better that than an army to see it sated. At any rate, I will not keep you longer. I pray you safe passage back to Charlian. No, I don't need a nap right now. Tataru! Oh, it's good to see you. And free from chilblains, I take it? Chilblains? You'll be pleased to know everything's been kept in order since you've been away. I even brought a few used knickknacks with me from back home. But no sooner had they arrived than I received word of Krile in poor health. And you on the moon! If you meant to give me a fright, you succeeded. Sorry, Tataru. Welcome back, Shent. We were so terribly worried about you. Though it is plain I have caused my own fair share of worry, and for that I apologize. Heidelin called for me that day when you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate, and I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered, my body flowing through the life stream towards Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of aether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh, for it was in that moment I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zot. With that I could laugh at a time like this. Though we prevented Zodiac from being unleashed upon the moon, I am curious what else took place there on the moon. Ah, perhaps we should wait for the others to join us before you give your account. Let us reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. Sorry to have kept you all waiting. Not at all. We understand you've been quite busy. Will Urianger be joining us? He's with the bunnies. Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid, though Shent can explain why better than I. Sure. Exposition transition. And now he's with the bunnies on the moon. The final days as befell Amarat. We are to escape via the moon. What are the source and its reflections? I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers at present. If the celestial currents have grown stagnant, as was the case in the time of Amarat, the solution would be to alter the flow of aether throughout the entirety of the star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiac, sacrificing half the star's population in so doing. But it should go without saying that such a sacrifice must not, cannot, be repeated. Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat which even the Amaratians could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we found no clues in Mare Lamentorum. There's still much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days were marked by the corruption of Amaratine's creation magics, but we command no such power, which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past, and thereby form some semblance of a plan. Perhaps we should start with the form, then. Having worked with the Loppers in secret all this time, there's surely more they can tell us. Forgive the interruption, but urgent news. The Forum is holding a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement. What is oh, he's gonna announce that they're going to the moon. What is Father up to now? There's only one way to find out. 100% he's gonna talk to him about the moon. Best music for this, right? Not at all ominous.
Order, order, I say. I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Sharlayan, nay, of this very star. Said affairs concern all citizens, and so we have called for a public assembly. You may have heard rumors of the Talopheroi, and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether. For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The End-Bearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
Calm yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea, but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself. She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Nunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon. Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the Great Exodus. For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur to oversee this initiative.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be. It is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future generations. For those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work. if that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit. Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
Take your time.
Thank you. I shan't be long.
If it's all the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so. Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Charlian, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures, and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence. This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done. That we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
Aww. Aww.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested. Wouldn't you agree? And having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil, I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen winks.
Shall we then? To the Annex, to prepare for tomorrow.
It has been a long day, huh? Oh gosh. Ah, this game. So good. Kyle tells me the Forum made a rather monumentous announcement, so there's to be a great exodus, is there? I'm reminded of my narrow escape from the Isle of Val, the realization, the running, the mixture of relief and regret after, why me, I ask myself. Why me? Why us? Why now? Why wonder? There's no use fretting over the cosmic morality or lack thereof. We're here, and we'll get through this together. And who knows? Maybe my luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. There's no harm in praying for as much. Oh, but enough of my rambling. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits. Are we gonna have another party? I'd like it if they had another party. Bring food and drinks again. Oh, or not. Da moon. Oh. That's not great. It's fine for now. A visitor has come knocking at your door. Whoever could it be? I named my favorite Azay. It's either gonna be Alizé or Graha at this point. Oh, it is. Nice.
Craving a midnight snack, were you? I did consider bringing a few sweets, but decided this wasn't an appropriate occasion. I couldn't sleep. Had a few things on my mind. I know it's late, so I'll try not to talk your ear off. It's Xenos. I keep thinking back to Garlemald when he'd taken control of your body. An altogether terrifying experience, to say the least. And one that served as a harsh reminder. No one, no matter how strong or quick or clever, is invincible. Not even you. And as much as it might seem at times that you are, one misstep, one mistake, and that's that. Which is why, even though I know you've heard it 1,000 times before, I'm going to tell you to take better care of yourself. Because you really, really should.
Aww.
It goes without saying that we're all committed to this fight. But that doesn't mean that we need to throw our lives away. You know how I feel about noble sacrifices. Right, that's settled. We'll be keeping the acts of gratuitous bravado to a minimum.
In this game?
When I looked father in the eye and swore we'd find a way to avert this tragedy, it wasn't a promise just for him. It was a promise for you, too.
Oh. God damn it, Gabe. A short while earlier in the Alamegan Quarter. Man, Alamega's already gone through... Master? Has already gone
Thank the gods
through
that
shit.
tower is gone. The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
Thank the Ilse about contingent, more like. Word is, they fought their way into Garlemald and toppled the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
Aye, I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum, too. But is it true they brought back tempered Garlean soldiers?
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Wanted to think about it for a while yet. They're to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Meanwhile, in Ishgard,
Another day, another commission of paramount importance.
Aaronville.
Well, what have we here?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, are you all right?
Oh, I don't like it.
Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more.
I don't think the shadows play tricks.
The towers are gone, and the Garlean threat is abated. Yet, why does it feel as though it's about to get much, much worse?
Don't say that. Don't say that. I know it's gonna happen, but still. Oh god, the map. Oh, it's starting in Thavnair. The frick is that? Tatara? Oh no! Tatara is for wait first. Oh, Shent, I was just about to call for you. I'm afraid we've received another call for assistance. This one comes from Razatan. The others have assembled in the main hall to discuss the situation. You must join them at once. Crap! I just went to sleep! What's going on? Ah, there you are. What's happened? Nothing bad happens in Endwalker, gosh darn it. Nothing bad happens in Final Fantasy XIV, you mean? Our worst fears have come to pass, but moments ago we received grim tidings from our contact in Razathan. Vile beasts have appeared as if out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say the very sky burns above them. Here we go. Here we go. It's begun. Good gods, are the final days already upon us? It would appear so. Sadly, that is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people of Razathan are busy fighting for their lives. Then we must go at once. They need our help. Agreed. Kryl, you'd best remain here with Tatru and gather what knowledge you can. You are in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. Very well. Similar phenomena may have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know about it at once. Be safe out there. Yes? Let's make first for Yedlimad? Yedlimad? We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. If the might of Vitra is not enough to hold these fiends at bay, Razathan is in dire straits indeed. We must go at once. If this calamity has indeed come to Thavner, it is all too likely that Corvos across the strait finds itself in a similar predicament. Even now it remains an imperial province, and as such it may be some time until we can ascertain the situation there. We could only hope that Kryl and Tatru will be able to provide us with some insight sooner rather than later. In ancient times, a phenomenon was first observed in places where the celestial currents had grown weakest. It would seem there is a stagnancy of aether in the skies above Razathan, unbeknownst even to Vitra. I'm glad for Kryle's support. I'll also call upon Hoary Boulder and the others to assist us. They'll be our eyes and ears in the field, and they've been many times before. No similar creatures have been sighted here in Charlian. That said, the early signs may manifest in other regions ere long. We must be prepared for every eventuality. You know, I wonder if another reason they moved from where they eventually were, like in Korthus, I think? It was still in Korthus. But the old place there was because they're able to find... Well, no, because this is old Charlian, so this is their old homeland. I wonder if it's a coincidence or not that maybe they moved back here because the aether isn't as stagnant here as it would be in other places. Gives them a bit more time to get everything ready for the great departure, you know what I mean? Or again, it might just be a coincidence, I don't know. I'm wondering if that might be part of it. I said that early signs may manifest in other regions ere long. We must be prepared for every eventuality. With the fall of the tower in Thavner, the Hanish were beginning to enjoy a semblance of peace, and now this. We do not wield the creation magics that the ancients did, yet still these abominations appear. Whatever could be the cause? I would rather accompany you to Thavner, but Raha's concerns are well-founded. The last thing I would want is to be a burden. And so I will remain here with Tatru, and do all I can to gather knowledge that might serve us in the battles to come. Godspeed in your journey, Shent. Journey to Thavner. Oh,
and
God.
lo, vile beasts did rise.
places are gonna be...
leaving naught in their wake but blood and ash.
Oh, God.
Sun scorches earth and boils seas. And our sins ascend unto the heavens. Three dooms to unmake all we were.
Oh, that's horrifying.
The sky burns. The final days are truly upon us.
My friends, I trust you have heard the news.
We have. What can you tell us of the situation, Your Excellency?
Last night, the Isle was rocked by tremors, and the earth itself cried out. Aloft, the heavens began to burn. From all about, unholy beasts, the likes of which we had never seen, came forth in fury and rage. No. To say they came forth would be inexact. The people of Radzatan themselves transformed into these baleful fiends.
Oh, no.
Though the phenomenon was observed throughout our lands, the first creature, the largest and most dreadful of the lot, wrought havoc upon us here in our fair city. Though they bear superficial resemblance to divinities of legend, they are ungodly abominations. The people decry them as blasphemies. The large one's rampage has since taken it to the northern reaches of the island. I mean to dispatch our radiant host in an attempt to quell the threat.
And what of Vritra?
Vitra too makes for the north of his own accord, and yet he knows the blasphemy and its minions were but yesterday his beloved people. I pray his boundless compassion and mercy does not deter him from taking unenviable but necessary action.
Very people turned
Understood.
into monsters. Shit.
I ask that you allow us to aid you in quelling this threat.
You would risk your lives to help us yet again? I have no words to express my gratitude.
It's what we do.
Our regiments approach the north from several directions, with a number of units set to depart from the docks of Yedlimat. They will make landfall in an area of dense jungle, where one can expect to encounter dangers even beyond the fell beasts we hunt. I leave you to your preparation. You will find me at the docks when you are ready to depart.
We're as prepared as we'll ever be. Let's go.
Let's go. It'll be fine. I'm curious how this is gonna go. Our first battle against the final days, against the creatures from the final days. If we're not counting the vision that Emmett showed us about the final days of Amarat. The new final days. Usually the most dangerous foe in a worm's domain is the worm themselves. If I were Vritra, I would be as offended as I am horrified. I shall survey the environs closely as we go about our search. There may be some clues to how we can combat this phenomenon. Innocent souls twisted and reformed into unholy abominations. I thought I had seen the last of such nightmares with the Sin Eaters. Oh shit, true! We must act quickly, Shent. Every moment we tarry means another soul may be lost to this nightmare. If it's true that the people themselves have transformed into beasts, why even the Radiant Host could suffer the same fate? Or us? Perish the thought. Don't worry. No matter how grim things might get, I won't lose heart. I'm ready whenever you need me. So the beasts are not born of creation magics run amok, but are rather the altered forms of the people themselves. In that sense, this manifestation of the final days differs from that which we witnessed in Amarant. For the worse, I dare say. If any man, woman, or child can become a beast at any moment, there's no telling whence the next threat might come. We must exercise extreme caution. I mean, it is an MMO, so, I mean, it's a really good game. Everyone has assembled, yes. I thank you for lending us your aid in our battle against this blasphemy. Let us review our plan of attack. I would have you board this boat and circle around to the north side of the island. There you will find a dense jungle we call Vanaspati. It is a sacred wood, home to many temples and a number of villages. Vitra and the Radiant Host has gone there ahead of us. I ask that you join them and do all in your power to destroy this blasphemy. Vanaspati now accessible. Here we go. Where am I dungeons again? I'll go ahead, jump in, join one. Vanaspati. The skies above Thavnair are aflame, and panic spreads through the populace like wildfire. One by one, civilians are twisted into grotesque fiends, hell's bent on slaughtering everything in sight. The deadliest of these creatures leads its newly spawned kin through the jungle, towards a number of smaller settlements, and as such, Afwan has dispatched his Radiant Host to forestall the carnage. Though Vitra too leads his strength to the cause, even that may prove insufficient. And thus do the Scions enter the fray. Here we go. And as we wait, I can grab slabs of limestone. Oh, goodness. It'll only take 9 minutes, though, so... Alright, Shaggles, I got the limestone. Everyone out, and we've got the acid as promised. Did you keep your end of the bargain? Run-of-the-mill limestone that will nevertheless produce the desired chemical reaction. There you go. Many gurs. I'll be right back. I filled the test rooms with gas. Now we only need wait and see what happens. You know, I've been on my own almost as long as I can remember. I do recall that I constantly questioned my parents, which is probably what led them to give up on me altogether. That same intelligence, or belligerence, depending on who you saw me rescued and brought here. Made me interesting, I suppose, but I've only ever been treated as a specimen. You're the first person I've been able to actually have a conversation with. For the longest time, the Archeon's books were my only friends. They were both my loyal companions and my window from which I gazed upon the outer worlds. That's why I can't stand by and let them be destroyed. Naturally, I would love for my intelligence to be recognized so that I might become a researcher in my own right. But more than anything, I want to protect the Archeon. It worked! It actually worked! The pests are no more, and the tomes look good as new! Well done. Your method is both effective and safe. We shall waste no time in using it to rid the entire facility of woodworms. As promised, you will no longer be treated as a mere specimen. From now on, you are an apprentice researcher. Grrr. Thank heavens the Archeon will be safe once more. And allow me to thank you for everything. I can't have done it alone. My very first project as an apprentice will be to study how to produce sounds just like your kind do. And grrr, if I want to be a researcher, I need to learn how to speak with people other than you. True. That would help. It's good to see Shaggles looking so pleased. Thank you for all you've done for us. Oh, before you go, could you perhaps tell me what he thinks of me? He calls you a buffoon regularly. Is that so? Ah, but he's too adorable to be angry with. Come, let me pet you. Cease this, you buffoon. I am no one's pet. No, come back. There they go. Oh, give me the money. I want money. Hooray! I don't know if there's anything else I can do now for that. Is that it for the Shaggles quest line? We use the thing now. Oh, according with the XIV protocol, access to the Archeon and its related services has been suspended indefinitely. Your cooperation and understanding is appreciated. So I can't use the lift. Someday I might. Raised on the fallen. Sir, if you could hold out your hand. I have something you really must eat. Please, I insist. is that not the juiciest, sweetest, most invigorating thing you've ever tasted? I just finished baking a batch, and judging by your somewhat wan complexion, I thought you could use a little treat. Now don't worry, I know exactly what I'm feeding you, though I've settled here in this haven of archived cultural treasures as once a student of the nutritional sciences at the Faculty of Medicine. The knowledge from that course certainly comes in useful when it comes to keeping my weary colleagues healthy and hale, though I do struggle to find the time to collect all the ingredients I need. In fact, I wonder if you'd be willing to help in that regard. I was about to head out and gather some things east of here, but if you could scour the area to the northwest for a couple of rotting logs, I'd be ever so grateful. Sure, I suppose I could help. Any luck with the logs? Decaying remains of a fallen tree. Here you go. Yes, these should be riddled with the little darlings. Thank you, both from me and on behalf of my sure-to-be-appreciative fellow archivists. After all, no dish has more nutritional value than one made with beetle larvae. There it is. I forget what you trade. Sap, skin, shucks. on a spotty.
My friends, heed me. These are children of Faramir. Forgive me. I could do them no wrong.
Sorry, Vitra.
Pray continue onward.
Ah, it's too late. Too late for us all. away from here. What's wrong? Mother? Oh no. It's hopeless. Hopeless. No. No. No! Make it stop. Make it stop. Mother. Ah! Oh gosh. Oh god, it's based off of emotions, isn't it? Once you give in to despair, it transforms you. That's what I'm thinking. This dungeon has too many miles. Terminus Wrecker. Looks wonderful, doesn't it? Oh, I see, I see, I see. Cool. All right, I like that. Nice. Alright. Heck yeah. Neat, I suppose. Oh, God. Oh, it's the thing from the trailer. From the opening, I think. Maybe. Blah blah no. Blasphemy. Oh, I'm red. Wait, do I need to be in red? If I'm red, do I be in red? Red in red? I don't know. I assume red in red. Alright, maybe in white? Or not. Okay. Thank you. I guess not then. Good to know. Alright. in the opposite. Got it. Oh, okay. I just ran right into that, didn't I? Damn. Okay. Fair enough. Nice. Alright, cool. Died twice, but hey, I messed up. That's good. Learning experience. Again, I think it's emotion. When people give in to despair, that's when they transform. Oh. I got the war scythe. Didn't get the hippo, though. I rolled an 11. Oh gosh. That's fine. Ooh, I didn't have the Ring of Slame equipped. Oops. Alright, what does this look like now? You know, I don't hate it. It's gold with a little, like, emerald on there. I don't hate that. They can work with that. Yeah. The hat, though, we're gonna have to change. We're gonna have to change the hat. At least with this outfit. We have none of the rest of it. Alright, cool. We move on. How do we stop this?
As I feared.
What is it?
The beast was there, and now it is no more. Yes?
Indeed. We saw it plain. But you didn't, did you?
I saw nothing. Not the blasphemy that perished here, nor the other men turned beasts. And because of this, I now see all too well. There is no ether. Where the creatures should be, I saw naught but emptiness.
Emptiness? But that would mean...
Recall the words of the Watcher. 'Twas a stagnancy of ether, a cessation of flow, leading to decay and absence, that led the ancients to conclude their star was dying. This is the same phenomenon. The instant these people are seized by the transformation, their ether begins to rot and crumble away like dried mud. Until, from their corporeal forms to their very souls, naught remains.
But the beast spoke with its dying breath. Surely at least a sliver of the man it was endured.
Mayhaps so. But even if the process was incomplete, it was little more than a faint residue.
Gods be good. You're saying they cannot be saved?
Not by any means known to me. Or by any means at all, like as not. For there is naught left to save.
They return not even to the ethereal sea.
The beasts rage on, their hunger insatiable. Even deprived of their master, they perpetuate his legacy of hate. Once proud sons and daughters of Thavnir, all of them, and now I spill their blood.
Vitra, my friends, I am heartened to see you safe. You put your secret at risk.
Those closest to me already know the truth. A truth I must now share with one and all. Vitra, calamity has come to Radzatan. Our fair nation is rent by screams of pain and despair. More than ever, we require a strong leader to shepherd us through the storm. Reveal your true self to our people, Vitra, and guide us to salvation.
What madness is this, I-One? Thou dost forget thyself. Were we to reveal our duplicity, it would do naught but foster confusion and chaos. Nay, I shall remain the Satrap's loyal ally, and do battle with the beasts, easing hearts and leading the people to that you remain at Ahewan's side, and render unto him what aid you may. I know not what lies ahead, but without you, Ra-Zet-Han will not survive.
Take me with you. I am as at home fighting in the air as I am on land. Take me with you.
Ah! Steady.
Were my words unclear? I require no assistance. Thy place is at Ahewan's side.
Estinian, here. The last thing you ever wanted. A link pearl. You gain much from knowing your elevated perspective. And it'll keep you from getting lonely, which I know you love.
You heard the man. Seems I'm coming with you after all.
Then I pray thy grip is iron. Be it on thy head if thou dost chance to fall.
Ah, he's a dragoon, they're used to it.
Now, shall we? I fear it is as Vitra says. We will not survive this on our own. While I am loath to impose upon you again.
I would insist if you did not. 'Tis the very reason we have come.
Then once more I find myself without words to thank you properly. Let us return to the capital and plan our next course of action.
Apocalypse? Well, I mean, you're not wrong. The weather today, apocalypse. Themes that might clear up before the evening, though. We can hope. All life must end in death, yet death in turn gives birth to new life. Such is the flow of aether. To think that natural cycle could simply be cut off. The very thought makes me shudder. After so long, and so many sacrifices, we finally found a way to cure the tempered. But these poor souls, they vanish without a trace. Is there truly no saving them? While Estinian and Vitra defend Ra-Zet-Han from above, we on the ground must find a means to prevent these transformations. And soon. The stillness in the air puts me ill at ease. We must be wary. Worry not, I can see your aether and that of our companions. We have not suffered the fate of those unfortunate souls. Our radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, though it pains me to know these beasts were once my own people. There's no telling when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for whatever is yet to come. Take the money. You may now enter Van's party with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, yes. Oh gosh. Anything else new? No. Ahawan's burden is heavy indeed, yet he need not bear it alone. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Megaduda for the time being. There I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insight as to a possible solution. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups that we might cover more ground. Alize and I will see to Paxus Path, Thancred and Ishtola, pray make for Dharma. I've Artha to Graha and Yushent. Any information you can gather on the first blasphemy or the manifestation of the final days here in the city would be most helpful. I can attune to Thavnir now? Finally. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Megaduda that we might share what we've learned with the satrap. Sorry, I'll be right back. I want to get through the aetheryte since I can finally do this. Oh, I thought you said I can. Nope. It's still been temporarily disabled. No. Well, it's fine. It's alright. Someday. Yeah, very sad. Shall we be off then? Arthur is home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forged many of our warden scales. That seems as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, the chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. No place really to chat. Aw. I don't mind the escorting missions. These are fine. It's the stealth frickin' follow people from behind missions that I don't quite care for. Oh, an 8 quest? Okay, cool, cool. Nuhadin, what can you tell us? I remember those red eyes. You were with those scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We're assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch signs of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly, I heard panic screams coming from the direction of Bal-Sahan Bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beast poked its head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the Marcus. This knowledge may prove useful. I thank you for sharing your tale. I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then. Also, I'm in this town, so I should be able to... There we go. Ooh, we can talk now. Or at least find a place to chat. Nothing bad ever happens in Final Fantasy XIV. True. So this is Thavnarian weave. I must say, it bears a resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvos. Small wonder, really, given that it's just across the waters. Not that I am much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. I have not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlian, and like as not, I will never reside there again. That said, in recent days, I've felt more acutely aware of my heritage, and grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears that I inherited the royal eye, and with it the wisdom of ancient Alec. So, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe. And one day, when this calamity is but a memory, I'd like to see Corvus again, if only once. Varsra? Forgive me, but my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, we have more pressing concern these days. We have come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Do you, perchance, witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You had best luck asking there. Something the matter, traveler? If you are lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We're not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? Aye, I saw it all. Oh, I wish I'd not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. Turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through that entryway with the force of a tidal wave. Then it was gone as quickly as it came. Sisters have mercy. What is happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe? Settle down, friend. The danger is past. At least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? First I heard the screams. Then a horde of ravening beasts came charging towards us. One of them was a huge, bigger than a Mard, throwing people about like rag dolls, and it was eating them. I hid under the counter, so others do the same. But the shrieking and the wailing kept getting louder. More voices in the throng. Beasts or victims, I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening, and I still don't. That's enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your body and mind while you're able. I suspect that is most we can expect from the people here to tell us. I think it best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Where are we going? To the north? Alright. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetherite Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in the vicinity. That being the case, the people in that Mayhan can surely tell us more. Sometimes words are hard. Going after that enormous beast, are you? Aye, I saw it. Including the very instant that poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. Started over there by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worst. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands and a black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body bursts apart, and there stands a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking, then the black mist comes again, until the change takes them too. Stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perhaps know who those merchants were? No. I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw Milail, the barmaid, chatting with them, though. She might know something. Huh? Oh, pardon me. I was just... Anyway. Take a seat wherever you like. We're open for business per usual. Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it anyway. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing here at the counter as Merid poured me a drink, when suddenly there was this dreadful sound, like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I've ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sends shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got his claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Merid, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn? I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Oh. Hello there. Welcome to Merid's Mayhang. What can we get you? We have come not for libations, but rather for information. You're Milil, yes? We are investigating the so-called blasphemy on the satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Kalzal was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the exports of Thavnarian specialties. Oh, it was through him that we met Matzia? Yes, the name rings a bell. Didn't you meet them both on your first trip to Thavnair? If I recall correctly, Kazal ran a trading operation in Yedlamad, and it was there that you made Matzia's acquaintance. Yes, that is the same Kazal, no doubt. A rather successful man, from what I gather. That said, it was clear that he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot have been good for business. Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market of luxuries is surely not what it once was. times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed. Kalzal was a compassionate man. Even at his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him for selling his wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting as far as I could hear. Yet as they discussed matters further, Kazal's tone grew grave and grim, and it was then that... Forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory of if it brings you pain. If I could, I would ask just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kalzal in particular? Please, anything at all. Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Kalzal lived for his work, and had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not. I can direct you to them, if you believe it would help. What do you say? Sure. Couldn't hurt. Ba-ba-da. Alright, cool. Thanks to Milil, it appears we have a new lead. Let us leave no stone unturned. Milil has information that should serve you well. Kalzal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Kalzal lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Kama. The name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you'll find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let us see where this lead takes us. Let's see, after leaving the Mahane, we're to retrace our steps and head back towards the Aetherite Plaza. Okay. From here we ascend the stairs. Okay. This must be huge. In which case, we should take the path leading southeast. This one. If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I can only hope we can explore Razatan at our leisure once this crisis is past. And this must be Kama. We've arrived at last. Let's begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Kalzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. guess I'm just talking to the people here. No sooner had the weather turned than those nasty beasts started running amok. We're safe here, though, surely. Okay, no. Oh, I can go in here. Never mind. Marty. Kazal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to a return. He spent his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, what with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his home from dawn till dusk the other day. No doubt racking his brain for a way to return his fortunes. No doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then at night I heard the door open. Looked out to see Khalzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see, the situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of, other than the troubles with his consortium. He was the same old Khalzal, cordial and honest like always. These questions you are asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my daughters told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about these bazaar goings-on. Rest assured, the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter, and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. Come back another time. I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, that's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thavnir. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Khalzal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Khalzal? Aye, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around, thanks to a generous order from Ruveda Fibers, while he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Jinapa might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Jinapa at Ruveda Fibers. This sounds promising. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It is quite the sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics run amok, and that was my assumption when I saw Amarat. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet, those selfsame horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. Who could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? They're farming silkworms. This must be Revida Fibers, where we should find Janaba. Meow. And her, I said there's no time to waste. Pardon me, but you're in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions that we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you hadn't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. Got it. And you can carry our fabrics. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. Oh, goodness. Alright. We'll go about helping with the textiles next time. Oh my gosh. We're slowly, ever so slowly, splitting the party. With Urian J helping the Lopinits. And Estinian flying off of Vitra for now. I still think this is emotion-based, at least for now. We'll see how that works. Is that why we have the flower that changes colors with emotions? You need to show me the secret chair at some point? That's true. I guess you'll have to show me the secret chair at some point. Oh my goodness. Yeah, secret chair. Alright, remind me of it next time then, if we're able to do that now then. Yeah. Well, at least for now, I have to jump off. I have to get ready for work. It's my Friday. Hooray, but today's going to be horrible. We're already kind of low on people on Saturday evenings at work, so, and we're going to be missing another 2 people because they have vacation in, so that means I think, because I mentioned before, I work at a warehouse right now. I'm night shift at a warehouse. We pretty much unload trucks and get them into storage and prepare them to be like sent out elsewhere. We're like a distribution place. So in order to check in trucks, make sure we have everything, make sure it gets transported to locations in the storage, and then place them in the storage. We have a whole 5 people. And it's usually broken down into checking things in, getting it transported to where it needs to be, and then getting it, like, racked. Like, those 3 areas. And then from those 3 areas, it's broken down into other, like, subsections. So between 5 of us, we have to, like, somehow get this done. And we normally have about 15 to 16 people. So we're down to a third of the workforce that we would normally have. Well, I guess with at least the Saturday crew, it's more of, it's usually a lighter work night anyway, so it is a little bit better that we have less people. But yeah, it's fun. We'll get through it tonight, and then I can enjoy my weekend, do some streaming of Ni no Kunai and some Yakuza. Heck yeah. Alrighty, wish me luck, everybody, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your evening, whichever it may be, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.